Next presentation this afternoon looks at how building knowledge to create the future is a catalyst for innovation while at the same time improving the skills of designers and engineers. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the main stage from Pluralsight, Andy Rahden.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Really looking forward to share with all of you how we think about learning to drive innovation. And this is something that you may or may not be aware of that exists today, but I'm super excited to share with you some of the things that I've been building over the past couple years with the team that we've grown. So a few years ago, I decided to leave. I was a mechanical engineer in the beginning, worked for a few design companies, worked for SolidWorks, reseller of SolidWorks, worked for Autodesk. And as a result of seeing, one of the things that I saw as a challenge was driving education and enablement of users. One of the challenges of using design tools today is they are complicated, they're complex, they're changing consistently. And so we decided to build a tool in conjunction with what Pluralsight had already built. And so Pluralsight for the last decade has been building tools focused on development and IT enablement or training online. And so I left Autodesk, I teamed up with the CEO of Pluralsight, Aaron Sconard, and have since, over the past few years, been building tools to provide enablement to designers and engineers. And so today I'm going to be sharing with you some of the things that we've learned in some of that process, as well as some of the things that we have released over the past few years. So we're really passionate about driving innovation through learning. And in order to really live and drive not just adoption of products, but technology in today's world through new generations of individuals coming into the design space, it's necessary that we're able to provide education to those individuals in order to use those tools effectively. We're also thinking about the users that have been around for years, people that have been using these tools maybe in the not most efficient manner. A lot of people use only 10 to 15% of a design tool's functionality. And there are a lot of people in the world designing things in the same tool a very different way. And so if we could collaborate and share those different designers' ideas, we really want to be able to enable each other to progress technology forward. So we really learn to live at Pluralsight. And today, if you think about how much is spent on in-person training and education, it's $100 billion annually spent on some type of education, whether that be education on technology learning, going to a class for a variety of different tools within an organization. And that's a lot of money that's invested in our education, in individuals' education. So at Pluralsight, we think about learning in a few different ways and providing that learning to our customers through three different methods. One is first assessments. Over the past few years, we've been acquiring some different companies. We spent $75 million on a company that was focused primarily on assessments to provide that to our customers. To analyze, one, where our users' skill sets actually sit before we suggest content to that user and curate the content for them. But also, it's a learning tool in and of itself. Once you take a course and are asked some questions on maybe a specific topic, it's a learning process in and of itself to actually answer those questions. And so we're excited to be able to offer that. The second method we use is course content. So we generate course content with our authors, and I'll talk more about that author base in just a second, but our author base are creating professional technology learning for our users, and that course content is hosted online. And the third way we think about learning is through mentorship. So we want to be able to provide an immediate connection with our users, and I'll talk more about mentorship in a second, but this is another way that we think about learning and educating our users on our platform. So if you think about all the things that we have to learn in the world today, there's a variety of different ways that we kind of think about that. Skill sets within tools actually enable advancement of technology. As people learn how to use the tools more effectively, they're able to more freely create things in the world today that they want to generate. Knowledge can also, or lack of knowledge, can actually inhibit a user's progress to be able to move forward. If you're trying to maybe create a specific shape and you don't know how to use the tool, it really inhibits you from being able to create aspects of design and enable your creativity. As for an engineer, a typical engineer uses about 25 different software platforms per week. Within those different software platforms, there's 30,000 different functions within those products. And about 2,500 new pieces of functionality come out from those different tools per year. That's a lot of information. And the retention of information, if you're not using something every hour or every day, is very quickly lost. Just within a matter of a week, information that you knew a week ago and utilized could be forgotten within a matter of 3 to 6 days. And so our platform is really focused on enabling these types of learners. Well, how much can your brain hold? If you think about just learning today and thinking about how much information, about 2.5 petabytes of information can be stored in your brain. If you think about what that means, that's about watching TV in HD format for about 300 years. So you can put a lot up there, but being able to retain the information and learn and being able to grab it when you need it can be often challenging. Learning needs to be encouraged. It's not something that we just force. Not everybody forces themselves to do it, but it's something that we need to do to really progress forward ourselves as well as technology and innovation in general. The types of ways that we learn can really either enhance the learning experience or just make it really bad. A presenter in and of themselves, understanding how to present and reach out to the audience to be able to get across the points of technology or things that they're trying to teach is essential in that aspect. And learning is time-based or should be time-based. A lot of the ways that we learn today is we go to in-person training and we try to cram in a lot of information within a matter of 3 to 5 days. That is really ineffective as far as how our brains actually operate and how we work in today's world. It becomes often difficult to retain some of that information. Repetition is important in the learning process, something that we hear oftentimes. We need to hear something 3 to 7 times before we actually store that in our mind to be able to retain that for later use. Testing, as I mentioned before, assessments can enhance the learning experience, and so we offer that. And spacing out learning over time makes this possible. And so I want to talk a little bit about what we offer. There's 4 different types of learners, and you might be one of these. If you kind of think about who you are in the aspect of these different types of learners. One is the focused one. This is someone who would go into maybe our platform and look at our content. They might watch the whole course. Our courses are typically about 2 to 4 hours long. We break them up in modules and clips, and I'll kind of explain that later. But this is someone who will watch the full course or maybe go through 2 or 3 courses over a period of a week and really digest information. The second type of learner is the browser. This is definitely more common. This is the type of person who maybe will watch sections or modules of our course content and come back later. Our player allows you to kind of start where you left off. And they might browse over specific courses to get chunks of information that they need. The other one is the replayer. Someone who, they'll come into the platform, they'll use information, and then they forget it within a matter of a few days. They need to go back and reference it. Our platform makes that very easy for people to be able to see what they've watched before. And we've set up our platform, our product, around these different types of learners. And then the fourth, very common, the procrastinator. Someone who needs to get something done really quick, someone that needs to understand something to be able to create a product. They have a deadline, and they just need bits and pieces of information. Our platform also caters to that type of person. So I'm going to share an interesting fact with you. A lot of people like to create YouTube videos and different content. Well, MIT did a study to understand the length of time a video should be played or created to be played for later use. And if you create a video that's about 3 to 6 minutes long, you're only going to get that user engaged for under a minute of the video. So you're not even going to get 50% length of stay on that video. If you create a video that's 3 to 6 minutes long, you're actually going to pass the 4-minute mark. Versus you create a video that's 6 to 9 minutes long, you're going to keep that user just past the 6-minute mark. Now, each of these have kind of a percentage. Well, the point in time, if you start getting into the 12 to 40-minute time frame, meaning the longer you go, the less people stay engaged. If I talk to you for 40 minutes right now, you will not stay engaged in this presentation for that long. You'll probably walk out the door. Or you'll turn off the video if you're watching it online. So the shorter the time frame, not necessarily all the way down to 0 to 3 minutes, but right around that 6-minute mark is a good projection of where we try to cater our content. We think about this. This is just a teaser into how we think about learning. There's a variety of different things within our IP that I'm not going to share about how we provide an enhanced experience online beyond any of our competitors or beyond anyone else creating content online. We're really the only training platform that's thinking about that at depth. We don't create the training content ourselves. We use over 1,500 authors around the world that are working in the industry to share examples of how they use design tools, to show examples about how they use SolidWorks, Photoshop, Onshape, Fusion, and a variety of other tools today. We add about 250 hours of video content per month. We have 5,700 courses in our library, and we just crossed our 2 millionth subscriber. So the amount of impact that we can have in building the community around designers, engineers, and creative professionals is just astounding. And it's really amazing to watch. We pay our authors in royalties. And you know, over this last year, our top author actually earned over a few $1 million in royalties from the course content that were generated. It's amazing to see the impact that it has on the community of authors as we generate that content as well. Our average author makes about $50,000 monthly on the content that is generated, and we add about 100 courses per month on our platform. So we're truly reaching a global audience at scale, and it's really making it possible for people to digest content at a small monthly fee or a small yearly fee at just a fraction of the cost of what you would use to go to an in-person training class. And so we're really excited about this model. We make it possible for people to learn anywhere, whether that's on their computer, even on their Apple TV or any mobile device, to be able to view content. And people need that ability to watch content on the train, to be able to watch content in the office, to be able to grab things as we have different learners within our platform. And what we're really excited about doing is really driving the advancement of change as we move forward. This is an example of our course page. And so we provide content in a very organized format from specific authors, allowing the users to actually rate the authors, to be able to look up content in a variety of different ways. And we lay that in modules and clips so it's easily digestible. We host this content in an organized format. So we actually lead people in with our assessment platform, and we grade them on a curve. So we say, okay, you might be a beginner, an advanced or intermediate user, and our goal is to move you from a beginner level all the way to an advanced level user within Pluralsight.com. And so it's pretty exciting to watch people as they progress. We offer and curate the content, so based on your score, we point you directly to the applicable content and skip over the stuff that you don't really need. We also, this last year, provided a platform that we released with Mentorship, and this is super exciting. So this is basically like the Uber of help. If you need help with a specific product or tool or function, we have got together hundreds and thousands of mentors to provide a connection to the users who need the help. So what happens is you click a button, just like you do in Uber to request a car, and the car shows up within a matter of minutes. You click a button on Pluralsight.com, and it will connect you to a professional in industry that you pay per minute to get help for. And it's really exciting to see our mentorship community and our author community grow. So you're connected via screen share, and you're also connected via video share, and you pay per minute for the service. It's really an exciting thing that we've also been able to release in relation to raising your hand in a classroom and asking a question. It's something that we provide right on Pluralsight.com. We provide this for teams as well. And so our goal is we don't want to just skill up individuals, but we want to skill up entire companies. We want to understand what a company's needs are, and so you can organize course content customized for a company. And then you can assess the users within the company and point them to content that applies or on the needs that they need help with or on the things that you want to enhance their learning experience for. So that as the company is growing, as we're adding new users into new processes within a company, we can train them on those specific tool sets and increase the entire company's skill sets. It's a true investment to the company and to the employees that sit within that company. And it's really been a benefit to a variety of different organizations that we've sold to over the last few years as we've built our platform. So I want to share with you, one of the courses that we have online is a course of a creation of a ring, which I'm wearing right here. And this ring was actually rapid prototype laser sintered in medical grade titanium. And we have a course on the process of how to do this. And it's kind of an exciting thing, but we don't just offer courses for individuals, we offer courses for professionals across the board on a variety of different tools, whether it be Onshape, Fusion, 3ds Max, Revit, Maya. We have been known within the industry to have some of the best training content, and in a lot of cases, the only training content online on a variety of tools. And so I'd really encourage you to go check it out and see what applies to you and some of the things that you're doing. We offer training content on manufacturing, architecture, creative professional, whether it be film or games related, as well as professional marketing content. We offer digital marketing courses, IT professional content, software development courses, and a variety of other tools that you can go and dig in and actually start your learning journey to experience some of what Pluralsight offers you or your companies. So feel free to go to our site. There's a special offer that we're sharing in relation to Develop3D today. It's pluralsight.com/Develop3D 2017. Please go check it out. I would encourage you to do that, really for yourselves, to encourage yourself in learning new tools, new functionality, and to truly be inspired. I want to share with you a quick video before we close out.
We all start here, a beautiful bundle of infinite potential. If history has taught us anything, it's that we humans are capable of anything. It's in our DNA to push ourselves beyond every expectation, from the sky to the bottom of the ocean. It's what took us from here to here. It's what made this, which made this, which made this. It resides in each of us. A desire to learn, to create, to achieve. It's the reason we created Pluralsight. For those who continually strive for knowledge. For those who can't stop searching for better answers. For those who wake up every morning and ask the same simple question. What can I do today that will make me smarter than yesterday?
So I just want to end. I really appreciate all of our partners, everyone from Onshape, SolidWorks, Autodesk. We do have even an exciting announcement with Autodesk on their e-store. Pluralsight is available here in London, in the UK and Germany, just for a couple days as a part of a promotion that we're offering for a free portion of subscription. Go check that out on their Autodesk e-store. We create content in conjunction with Adobe. We've announced an exciting new development in content as far as digital marketing was last week in relation to some of the AEM analytics, Adobe Creative Cloud tools that we've been building over the past couple of years. And I'm really honored and appreciate the team here at Develop3D. They're just a wonderful group of people to work with. This is a wonderful event, and we're excited about moving ahead and making much more progress over the coming years. Thank you so much.